So welcome back everybody to week 77 of my reboot progression series. We're gonna start things off with the Black Mage run, and I don't think I got anything. But while we're at it, I'm just gonna do the rest of the bosses here as well. 2-minute Lotus run, ay. And nothing. Okay. Alright, so Vihila is down as well. Let's tap the sauces. 1, 2, 3 for extra good luck on getting the fourth one. And we didn't get it, and I'm completely fine with that, I guess. Alright, I don't need another CFE, but it would be welcome, right, as always. What, what a weird drop, it's so delayed. I think I'm lagging a little bit. Okay, William, I'm not interested in book number 4, so I'm gonna use my Jenny iframe here to be shielded from the book drop. Huh? Makes sense, right? Alright, so what do we need to get a 23-star slime ring? More slime rings, which I didn't get. Alright, it is getting hot in here. We are approaching the main topic of this episode, upgrading our Eternal Terror ring, which we're gonna get here. Nope, okay, whatever. Lucid, I need a dreamy belt. Come on, bro. No! So let's check out the most important loot box? Loot box? Oh my god, that feels so wrong to say. Of the week. Damien, please drop me an eye patch. Come on, bro. Nope. No drops this week besides the Twilight Mark, which, you know, I can keep for now, I guess, right? It's not something that I really want to think about as a great achievement, you know, because I have so many spares already, right? I will work on the Twilight Mark and turn it into a drop gear in the future. Maybe in Cube Sale. I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, besides that, we have an inventory full of other stuff, which is, of course, kinda appreciated. Can we make ring upgrades? Nope. Totaling 1? Nope. And what is this? A durability ring. Do we have one of those? I don't think so. This is new then. No. No, wait. This is Crisis HM. I think I don't have a durability ring. Alright, I guess that is our upgrade from this week. A durability ring 1. And with that, the intro for this episode is over, and let's try to figure out what we're gonna do this week. Alright, so why don't we start off by selling our crystal income? Selling the income? No, selling our crystals to generate some income. With Black Mage together, we got 7.5 bill this week. That's very nice. And I think that should put us above the 100 billion meso mark. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Now, I wanted to talk to you about the following here. So, I've basically ruined the flame on my source of suffering because I decided, okay, this is the weakest item in terms of, you know, the flame that I currently have equipped. So I'm just gonna throw whatever free flames I get onto this item. It's not like having no flame on one item is gonna ruin my account or brick my character, right? So it's really whatever. And yeah, black flames are still gonna be thrown at the weapon here because this is tier 6, tier 5, tier 5 that's really not good enough for a Genesis weapon. But I also don't wanna spend more rainbows when I have, you know, some more obvious upgrades to make. You know, for example, with the Source of Suffering, I used the calculator, the stat equivalence calculator, in order to figure out how much flame scores, you know, the different stats are actually worth for me, right? And then I did take a look at, you know, all items that I have and determined, okay, I really gotta work on the source, and I gotta work on, I think it was the gloves, right? Yeah, the gloves are also kinda bad. 85 and 5 isn't really that great because, for example, I have 91 and 6 This is rather something that you would normally settle on. You would settle on like at least 150, maybe even 160 score for level 200 items, and then for an item like the Source of Suffering, which is 160, you would want to settle for something like 140, and then for an item like the Daybreak Pendant, which is 140, you would settle on a 120 flame score. Roughly, right? I can always put it into the calculator and take a look how expensive the flame was that I just rolled, right? And I will do that if I see a really good flame. But, as you can see, 25 free attack and 5 all set, all useful to me, right? But this is not gonna be cutting it, right? And I don't even need to settle on any type of flame here, because like I said, having one item that doesn't have a flame is not gonna ruin my progress here. Oh, also 90 and unfortunate defense roll right there. But 90 is really nice. And 45 and 6 attack, could be 45 and 6 all set, but still wouldn't be good enough. And here we go. 20 luck, 6 attack. I don't mind. I can be sure that I can roll a better flame than that, right? But at the same time, I can just wait for more flames to come in. And one of the sources for flames would be the current event, right? So if we check out the Maple Island event progress, you can see it doesn't reward many flames, right? And here it rewards 50 Karma Black flames, and here it gives out 50 rainbow flames, and these rainbow flames is really what I'm looking forward to using on the Source of Suffering, right? I said black flames weapon only until it's like really good, like triple tier 6 and above, basically. I know I could roll that with reds, but I'm not gonna do that because I want to be in the pool to hit tier 7, tier 5, or something like that, right? And yeah, that's why I'm only using black flames on the weapon. Besides this event, there's also another shop that I could use to get cosmetics, and then there's the Maple Memoria going on where I can just choose certain things that I could buy anvils for and then anvil onto my current gear. I'm not really into that because from my point of view, if I were to anvil an item, it would kinda be misleading for a viewer, right? So that's why I don't use anvils. But what I've seen here is in the 11th anniversary, there are these items, the Maple Treasure set, and I think I could equip like a character that I play to 250 with this set and just use that, right? It only goes to 8 stars, which is really bad, but I might be able to make it work, right? And at the end of the day, I would have another 250 character in the character selection screen wearing a really cool in-game set. And this one even has shoulder you don't even see, but it has face and eye, right? Oh, does it have eye? Medal? Ooh, it doesn't have eye. That's kind of strange. Maybe there's another set that has eye accessory where I could just borrow that from, right? I don't see... This is also face. This is also face. This could be another candidate, the Onyx Maple set for another another character. For example, I think the Marksman is probably gonna be strong enough to just grind to 250 on its own without, being strapped for damage. The Night Lord, I guess I want to have the Night Lord marks kind of strong, so and yeah, if I'm mentioning characters like Night Lord and Marksman, right? It's all gonna be my plan to build a big account, right? And in order for me to make any significant upgrades from here on out, I really need to grind characters to 250 instead of making these horizontal gains, right? Because I can grind like 40 characters from 210 to 220, right? And I would reach 9.5k, but reaching 9.5k only allows me to put another character on the grid, which isn't as useful as working on the specific member bonuses, right? So if I were to instead grind up a marksman and a night lord to 250, I already have 2 additional blocks, you know, just because we get an SS block, right? But at the same time, I would also have 2 additional crit rate, which is basically already being at 9.5k Legion, right? It would be equivalent, nearly, right? Nearly. Because, you know, one would give me 5 blocks and the other option, the marksman and night lord to 250, would give me 2 blocks, but 2 crit rate, right? Very, very similar. And I think getting, you know, 2 characters to 250 is much, much easier. Especially, you know, when we are looking at other effects, right? For Night Lord and Marksman, it's really easy to compare, right? But for other effects, there's no substitute. So that's why the Shade is gonna be the next character that I just grind up to 250 through dailies, right? And the Hayato is gonna be my Hyper Burner, right? Because these give crit damage. And just getting 2% additional crit damage is basically half a not Katana, Kinesis? Link skill. So that's huge, absolutely huge, right? So, yeah, besides that, there's also a shop where I can, you know, trade in my boss coins, and I haven't really looked into that quite yet. I think it's on the left here, though. Maybe? Is it you, Emma? Is it you, Emma? I don't think it's you now. Aha, it is this statue right here. I want to get Maple Stars, okay. Just claim everything. I would have been shocked if, you know, I wouldn't have it max. But okay, what does this shop give out? The usual, the usual. I'm really a fan of these Medal of Honors here, because 10k is a ton. 300? Oi, this is 3 million honor XP right here. And if I were you, just, you know, consider buying this, because in Dreamer, we are gonna be re-rolling our inner ability. I have no idea if you have the same thing planned, right? But it could be the case, right? And getting 3 million honor XP from the shop is absolutely huge. Damn. And of course, you know, I'm gonna buy probably all of the Eternal Flames here, the Rainbow Flames, and use them on the sauce. And then if I can manage to buy all the Black Flames, I would do the same. I don't really care too much about these symbols, right? I'm not competing in the end game, so I'm not racing anybody for symbol levels, and, you know, I can hit all the bosses that I can hit, right? Of course, you know, this is stat as well, but for me, the honor medals and the flames have a higher priority than the symbols. But that's, you know, that's just me. You might think about this differently. You might be more, you know, strapped for the damage that they give out, you know, throughout the 5% final damage bonus to mobs, right? But I currently don't have to worry about that. Maybe once I hit 285, that whole story is gonna be different again, right? We can take a look here for just a second. If I were to go to Grandis, Continental, Asion, what are the first map that I would grind in? 430, 430, 430, 460, 460, 460, and 500. Okay, so I would need 430 Sacred Force to be even, or 480 Sacred Force in order to have the full damage advantage. And I'm currently at, I think, 450, right? Let's check that out. Yeah, 450. So I would only need 3 levels in order to have this sorted out. And by the time I hit 285, I might have, you know, Arcus leveled already. and maybe Shangri-La, maybe Eteria. I'm currently not transferring the symbols because, you know, I just let them sit here in the inventory. So I am closer than it might seem, right? But it's not like I'm gonna have 3 more levels in the next 2 weeks or something like that, no. And it's also not like I'm gonna be 285 in like 2 weeks. It's more like 5 or 6 weeks, if I were to guess right now, at my current pace. And yeah, I think that does it for the events right here. I told you what I will be working on besides that. Okay, there's the Lin event. I did go through the Lin storyline. It wasn't, you know, something worth showing, right? You know this channel, right? We are not really too interested in the story of Maplestory, right? We are here for the long-term progression without taking ourselves too seriously, of course, right? And this event is kind of cool, right? For these expansion coupons. These are super, super rare, so them giving out 4 of these is like, damn, are you sure about this? This seems kind of unbalanced because up until now... Oh, I gotta choose. Okay. Let's see what I need to choose here. Salon. Okay, I have 4 hair slots and 3 face slots. Dude, and I feel like I picked up, you know, all of these selectors when they were available, right? So these are so rare. I've no idea if you can buy these from the cash shop, but apparently you can have 100 slots. What? Okay. I'm not 100% sure if I already talked about it, but in the Maple Memoria event, you can get old sets, right? And I saw this Reddit post which basically said, okay, here in a couple minutes of time, you can get old event rings on your characters that might boost, you know, your combat power. And, you know, in turn, also boost your Legion raid power, right? And I thought to myself, that is kind of cool. I might actually go for that, right? Because on my level 200 characters, I don't have anything equipped, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty much naked because I did probably most of them with just extreme growth potions. So they might have the 140 like Utgard set equipped, but that's really gonna be that, right? And getting another ring would be super nice, right? And yeah, that Reddit post got me thinking, and then I saw another video by progression YouTuber Steps, who said that I think it's the 8th anniversary set. No, wait, I can't remember. We will check in a second. Anyways, there's one set that you can get, which is honestly kind of strong, and you might wanna equip that set in order to get your bossing mules started, because it's really good baseline set to start bossing with. And then I kind of put these 2 ideas together, and honestly, I think I might want to equip all my characters slash only the top 42 characters. I'm not 100% sure if all characters or just the top 42 count toward the Legion raid power. I'm pretty sure only the top 42 count into that, right? But I want to take a look how much effort it is to equip all of my characters with this set, and if it's worth it or not, right? I know, like, I'm most of the time not super into min-maxing, or rather I tend to min-max the wrong stuff, right? Whatever I'm like wanting to invest in, I min-max. And most of the time, you know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but, you know, at least, you know, that's the way I like to play the game, right? And, you know, that's why, you know, I maxed Shadowbite on the Nightwalker first, right, in the 6th job, even though it put me basically 2 months behind on my 6th job progression journey. But in the end, all of this is not gonna matter. The only thing that matters in terms of, you know, progressing your account or, you know, just your character is that you keep playing the game. And that's about it, right? If you keep playing the game, you're gonna make progress no matter what. And compare yourself to somebody who quit 10 years ago, you're gonna be further along anyways, right? Okay. Anyways, the maple leaves that I'm getting here from capping coins are not shared in the account, which makes this whole strategy possible. I was so shocked when I saw that these aren't shared within the account. Like, I thought to myself, like, what year is this? Hello? Like, huh? And then I remembered, yeah, right, the anniversary event is always a little bit behind. So, of course, it just makes sense, I guess. But moving forward, I don't think the event currency is ever not shared between the characters in the account. So this is probably the last event where you can just coin cap on all your characters. And yeah, okay, here we go. So now I think it's time to check out what I was talking about. So first let me go to VJ here and then into the event map. And then we can... Oh wait, I don't even have to go to the event map. So, okay. I'm pretty sure I do wanna pick the last event set. I already unlocked a couple of these. Yeah, exactly. Wow, okay. So the 11th anniversary set has an 11th set item set effect with 30% boss damage. That's honestly a lot. And because boss damage counts into the combat power determination or calculation, I think, man, this might be worth it to equip on all characters. Let's see. Like, I kept coins on this character for 2 days, right? So let's see if I can claim everything. Wait, are these even going into my inventory? Okay, yes they are. Are these, like, can I equip them? Yes, I can. I'd rather, you know, make sure that I can actually do this. Okay. Shoulder. Face accessory. Maple treasure bubble. Pendant. Okay, I guess. Belt. And equip it. And boom, we are 10 set in the anniversary set. This kind of good, is it? I'm not sure, you know, for characters that I want to grind to 250, this might be a little too weak. But for characters that I have just sitting at level 200, this might actually be kind of cracked. Huh. I am not sure if I like it. Let me think about this for some time. Alright, it's Wednesday now, and since that last clip on Saturday, a lot has happened. But I don't want to bore you with that, because I wasted a ton of my time and wasted a ton of your time as well. So let me just get you up to speed on how to build your characters properly from here on out, right? I, you know, thought that I would just get the Maple treasure set on all these mule characters, right? And, you know, be done with it, right? Maybe that's good enough, right? But what I, you know, forgot to realize is I can build these characters out in a way that prepares them to do CRA or even more, right? Even more bosses. Or if I am not even interested in that, you know, I still have a lot of combat power on them. Slash, you know, Star Force, whatever, right? And, you know, have them contribute to the Legion raid power, right? And I thought just getting the Maple treasure set would be good enough, but no. There's a proper way on how you want to be doing it. I saw the Reddit post, I saw the Halifax reboot progression video, YouTuber guy video, and yeah, what I neglected to look at was the following set here, the Onyx Maple set. I was only looking at the Maple treasure set and thought, okay, this set has the best bonus, so it's probably the best set, right? No, the best thing to do here is combine both sets. And you will end up with an equipment set that basically looks like this. You have in the beginning 6 items from the Onyx Maple set. I like to equip the pendant and ring here on one level, just so I know, okay, these are the Onyx items. And then you would equip the following items from the Maple Treasure set. And this would be your setup, right? Of course, you will want to add some boss accessories to this. And I already have them on this character, thankfully, so I can, show off the proper setup. And then what you're left with is basically 2 ring slots and your top and bottom. Since on Sunday I wasted a ton of my time just farming out the complete Maple Treasure set on many characters. I have the suit now on all of them, so I'm gonna use the suit, but it's not required at all, right? You can see I am currently in the 6th set effect, and equipping these overall or this outfit isn't gonna do anything for me. But I have the item, so I might as well equip it, right? And then in the Maple Treasure or Maple Memoria event, you can also claim this ring right here, the Maple Ephesian ring, something like that. I have no idea how to pronounce that, to be honest. And I would just equip that in the top slot right here. And this is gonna be the set that I'm gonna be equipping on a whole lot of characters. From here on out, I would equip an event ring right here, and that would be the set. I would be done for the characters that I just, want to have as Legion mules or Star Force mules, Raid Power mules, whatever you want to call those, right? And that would be it. The great thing about this setup is how you can upgrade from it. And this wouldn't be a Soga video without a spreadsheet, right? So I want to take a look at that next. Okay, so what you're seeing here is my plan on how I want to build out my account, right? Of course, I have other sheets here if you're interested, right? I have my gear from November, my gear from this May, right? Some of the big goals that I talked about in the last episode, my Heart Lotus Mule status, as well as, my 6 set mules. And this is quite interesting. Why are these mules, like the marksman that I showed you, or just showed you, why are these called 6 set? Because you end up using the 6 set Onyx event, the items that are marked in red right here, and the 6 set Maple Treasure event set, what? that are marked in purple right here. And the amazing thing about this set is that you can upgrade it into CRA while retaining the 6 set effect by using a lucky head. So if you don't know how the lucky head works, whenever a set that you have equipped has 3 or more pieces equipped, or you need to have 3 more pieces from another equipment set equipped, and that equipment set has to have a head, then if you equip the lucky head right here, any of the CRA boss heads that have lucky in the name will also work as item of that set. And what this does in this scenario here, I called it the small PP setup, is you have 5 items from the Onyx set equipped, but the lucky head gives you the 6 set effect. You have 5 Maple Treasure items equipped, and the lucky head will give you the 6 set effect. And you have 3 CRA pieces equipped, and the lucky head will give you the 4th CRA set effect, right? So what I've done here is I've basically written down all my characters that I wanna, have the set on. I don't know how to do it properly. I'm so sorry for zooming back and forth or in and out. But anyways, you can see here the marksman is nearly done. He only needs an event ring, and then we're gonna be completely done. I already got the 6 set equipped on a couple of these characters here. And I'm also, missing a couple from here on out. You can just do, if you have this set in mind or wanna build it how I've built it, right? You really only need to cap on a Sunday once and claim 50 coins for the Emephesian, the ring that I can't really pronounce, right? And that's not even required. Like, it gives you so little stat. Don't think about it too hard, right? Anyways, obviously I can equip it because I already kept for 600 coins, and yeah, The other thing that you need to keep in mind is that not every class has these equipments for these sets. For example, Blaster, Adele, Arc, Ilium. All these newer classes don't have all of these items for their job branch, right? So you cannot go this route for the newer classes, which is why I think, if you have the time, right? This takes like 10 hours on a Sunday, so it's quite an investment, but I think it's, for me personally, it is super worth it. I had so much fun unlocking the 6th job on all of these characters here. 6th job, 5th job, I mean, on all of these characters here on Sunday. And now, I got a coin cap once more on these, and then, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be wearing the leftmost set, right? And then I think I would like to potentially upgrade all of these characters into the small PP version right here with the CRA set and the lucky helmet, just to see, what are these characters capable of? Are they fun to play to me, right? Just to, get my general Maple knowledge up as well, right? So, yeah, this is how it would look like in theory. And, just to show it one more time, in-game, it would look like this. So, just as we've seen, right? We have the Onyx set effect, we have the Maple Treasure set effect, and then we have the Boss set effect, 5 set effect. So it's 6 set, 6 set, 5 set. Just to give you a heads up, the lucky head, the CRA head, does not count into the boss accessory set because the boss accessory set doesn't have a head. Just keep that in mind when you want to build around the setup, if you don't want to copy it exactly, right? And yeah, that's probably the other hurdle. And from here on out, I think I will fix a couple of flames on these characters, because these items are flame advantaged, right? You see like 54 strength. If this would be Dex, it would be amazing, right? But I'm not really wanting to invest much more into these characters from here on out. But be sure, I think we're gonna have a little bit more marksman content here in the future, because I do want to upgrade to the CRA version of this. Just because, the marksman also needs to go to the 50, and having the CRA pieces, is just a really nice upgrade to have. And yeah, that has been my finding. I wasted so much time this week. But at the same time, I think I'm a little bit addicted to account growth by now. Like, spending the 30 minutes doing dailies on like marksman and shade and whatever, these Legion Mule characters is like really refreshing to me, because I see the EXP bars just shoot up, and that's been great. That's been totally great. And yeah, that's why I'm so willing to invest more into these side characters, just to, also see them, going somewhere like to 250, right? And yeah, when it comes to my whole account, wait, let's take a look from the character selection screen here. I want to talk about this last, and then we can basically close out the episode for this week. If I take a look at the whole account here, right, I am, I'm seeing the main 284, right? And I see my 5 Hard Lotus Bossing Mule candidates, all the other Knights of Cygnus. Then I see my original main, the Corsair, who already has some equipments on him, so I'm not really willing to change anything or any of the equips, right? Then we have the 250 Mercedes, which, is also done. I don't really like playing Mercedes, so I will never touch this character again. Then we have the 250 Zero, my other hyper burner. Also, I don't like playing Zero, so I'm not going to be touching that character anymore. But, you know, it has the nice Empress set. Then we have the Shade, who's wearing the Van Leeuwen set. I like this set. It's like somewhat nostalgic, although I haven't really played when this set was best in slot, but I kind of like it, right? And then we have the future Hyperburner Hayato, and from here on out, Hayato can equip the set, but I want to equip the Amaterasu set, the proper Japanese set on my Hayato, of course, right? So that's why the Hayato didn't do any dailies here or whatever, right? But then, starting with the Marksman, I have many of the characters already done. So we have Night Lord, Kana, Wild Hunter, Demon Avenger, Mechanic, Phantom, Aran. These are all the good Legion effects, right? You notice? We start with like the crit damage mules, Shade and Hayato, then we have Marksman and Night Lord with crit rate, right? Then we have just damage with Kana, Wild Hunter, and Demon Avenger. Then we have buff duration, which effectively just extends the AB link, right? Then we have Mezzo with the Phantom, and then Aran is healing, a little bit of healing. I have no idea if that's ever gonna be useful in the real world, right? But that's why the characters are ordered like this, because this is probably the order I am willing to play them to 50. Then we have Lin, the ID block, and Blaster, the ID block, and then we have the Kali. And Kali is the first character here. No, wait, never mind. It's actually Blaster that doesn't have the set or the setup that I just showed off, right? And Kali also, doesn't have that available to it. But then, we have Shadower, also gives luck. From here on out with Kali, we have the luck pieces: Ho-Young luck, Cadena, Blade Master, Xenon, and then we have Demon Slayer, because Demon Slayer gives abnormal status resistance, but I don't really think that's impactful at all either, right? And then, I have Dex characters and Evan, which is MP healing, and after the Evan, really, I have nothing going on after that. These are just characters that fill out the Legion, but don't really have their Legion effect contribute to the main in any way. And yeah, this is gonna be my setup. Like I said, I still need to grind out the full set on these characters right here. But like, I'm so looking forward to it. I don't know why, but honestly, the grind on these different characters was so much fun to me on Sunday that I'm like locked in to do this, complete this set on all characters, and then even, upgrade into the lucky CRA set, at least on the characters where I think, I might want to be bossing on them, maybe on the weekly, right? We can check that out. We can check that out in the future. I want to give the Marksman a try 100%, and you will see that in the next episode. But yeah, that has been it for now. Alright, and that nearly does it for this week's episode. It's Thursday now, and I just started doing my dailies here. I decided to, just start doing Vanishing Journey and Choo Choo on the Marksman, and then do the rest of the dailies on the Shade to, get him up to 250, right? But I struggle to find a map with the Marksman. I'm really, I'm going through all of these maps and nothing really feels 100% correct or right to me. Like, this is kind of okay, but I don't know. These maps are also huge, and then maybe the last map is gonna be a good drop down map, because the only thing that I know about Marksman is it is a drop down farmer, and I really hope that there's gonna be a portal at the bottom. I also, by the way, I don't have a hyper rock here, so don't want to steal this guy. So yeah, besides that, I wanted to just say that the improvement that we made here in this episode is not significant in terms of, Legion coin income, I would say. But I would still recommend you to do it on basically all your characters. Oh, yes. This looks kind of good. Maybe I should place found in this area, and then I can just drop down easily and farm this map. Yeah, this seems like a good map. Okay, anyways, I can stop this here for a second and switch over to my desktop. Wait, let me go to Art and Mill so I don't just die to an anti-AFK. Hello. Okay. I just wanted to say I finished up recapping coins on all of these characters that are marked in green. And these are 23 characters in total. And the Buccaneer, Hero, and Paladin are still red because I haven't capped on them at all. So they didn't even get the 11th Maple Treasure set at all, which is completely fine. But the plan is to get them into this 6 set, and also get all the boss set items, as well as, you know, get the pocket slot unlocked via the events. And then I just want to have a way to track which characters to give event rings. So also I'm going to give all of these characters event rings. I'm not going to be farming out event currency to buy the event selector coupon. I think that's a little much, right? But, you know, finishing up the boss set is just something that I want to do because it feels right. It feels right to do, and I am also looking for more boss mules. So I've heard, for example, that Buccaneer is a great boss mule. Marksman, you know, the class that we are playing right now, is a great boss mule. Bowmaster, for example, is something I want to look into. Then Dual Blade I want to look into. Shadow I want to look into, right? All these characters also have a shared cash inventory, so I'm like, would I like to buy pets on these? Obviously not perm pets because you have to gamble for those, right? But, I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But, you know, it's just something that I want to put out there, right? Maybe even, you know, Fire Poison because you have, you know, so many buttons to press. Same goes for Ice Lightning, was pretty cool. Hero, Paladin, probably super easy as bossing mules. All of these characters could just be a free set bossing, a free door bossing squad that I just rush through without transferring link skills. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure if that's feasible, but we will check it out. And in the next episode, the point that I'm making is we will try to clear 3 doors, maybe 4 doors, no, probably 4 doors on the Marksman, and see if we can get the lucky head, and then we can maybe transition the Marksman into the second set right here. Because, you know, on all the characters that go to 250, I think having these characters at the second set here is gonna be like really good, or really beneficial for them. And then, you know, whenever I log in, if this turns out into a 3-door bossing mule, right, I could also include a Carrium, and then, you know, instead of the Mechanator here, I could use the Dominator Pennant if this character gets Dominator Pennant, right? I am still nowhere near the maximum amount of crystals each week, so, you know, whenever I do a Carrium on the main, for example, I always sell that crystal, right? And, you know, I also do Magnus on the main because I want to farm some souls, right? And, you know, sometimes I do Queen and Vellum as well, but, you know, all of these extra crystals I also sell currently, and that's why, you know, wait, I don't even know which point I was making here. Anyways, I have plenty of room to include more 3-door bosses, and I want to take a look into some of these characters here, see if I end up liking them or not, and then, you know, go for this middle set, because this set is just so nice. And that's why I urge you to, you know, also farm this set, because if you end up deciding to make a bossing mule, the weaker bossing mules that don't get Absos have this weird combination of oh my god, I forgot the German word, hand shoes, no, gloves, cape and boots, right? The gloves, capes and boots are so weird, you know. You would end up using something like the, I guess, the Magnus boots, and then, yeah, just, you know, Empress, or, you know, Empress stuff or whatever, right? But yeah, in this set, it's just so nice that it all just works out. You get to use the lucky head, which is super cool, right? So, and then the last thing, of course, is how much CP does this kind of character have right now. And, you know, I just have these equipments that we farmed this week equipped, as well as I have a couple of levels into the symbols here, so I'm at 1000 additional dex from these, which is really, you know, it's not nothing, right? It's not nothing. And that brings this character to 300k combat power. And I did put some points into boss damage here. And this is something that you could also consider doing, because putting points into your hyperstat boss damage is gonna be boosting your CP up as well. So I guess once, you know, these characters hit 250 and aren't bossing mules, I will just, you know, fill out the third preset and then just put in points into like attack, main stat, damage and boss damage, and that's it. You know, no points in ID, for example. And that's probably gonna be good. I am not 100% sure if that's really worth doing. Probably not, right? But if it's a dead character that you know, don't even want to log into ever anymore, right? You might as well go for something like that, right? And yeah, that should do it for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, next week we're gonna take a look at marksman bossing, maybe, you know, rule the inner or something like that. But I am all out of time, and the last thing that I wanted to do is claim the Maple Memoria chair, which I can do here. Receive the final reward, right? So let's check that chair out. And wait, where is it? Oh, okay. Come out. Oh, it is that type of chair. Damn. It's kind of funny. Ah, no, never mind. The Mihail is here, right? Because the other Cygnus Knights, you know, my characters that I consider second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth main aren't here, right? But rather the Zero, which I don't ever play anymore, the Mercedes, which I don't ever play anymore, and the Corsa, which is also completely dead. Is this determined by... Yeah, this is determined by Legion strength. Damn, that the... Wait, no, never mind. Why is that? What? You see this? The Blaze Wizard has 27 million. The Wind Archer has also, you know, about 26, 27 million. Thunderbreaker the same, right? And then if I check, the Mercedes and the Corsair have less. But they are first here. What? I thought, you know, this was ordered, you know, by their raid power. What? I guess it's, you know... No, that also doesn't make sense. The Corsair was the first to hit 250. How can the Mercedes surpass the Corsair then? How does this work? What? Can I choose the order here somehow? Anyways, with, you know, that question, I'm gonna call it here. If you know the answer to this question, let me know. This is so confusing. I would have expected the Blaze Wizard, Wind Archer, and Thunderbreaker to show up because, you know, they are just stronger than these characters. But... Alright, I guess that's so strange. That's so strange. Anyways, I'll see you next Thursday. And yeah, take care everybody. Bye bye.